Todd Phillips, he's amazing. He's a god. I'm telling you, Joker 2 is amazing. Did you see the sex scene? Joker 2 will change the world. It'll change the goddamn world. No. Don't come any closer. Don't come any closer. We're gonna get you, little shit. Joker 2 is fucking awful. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to the goddamn world. We'll fucking kill you. What's up, friends and enemies? So, you're here. You clicked on the video. Why? Because you like Joker. Huh? You're like any other incel. You're like me. Literally me. For real, for real.
How about another joke, Murray?
So you like Joker. You like this guy, huh? I get it. You know, he's pretty cool. He has this whole antagonistic vibe, you know, that whole fuck the world, a little bit of nihilism. Pretty good shit. But, what if, hear me out here, hear me out. What if you like tinker a bit with the character, right? So, no, hold on, hear me out. So, maybe he's not that antagonistic, huh? Maybe he's not that scheming, not that smart. Maybe he just wants to be loved and is an incel. Pretty cool, huh? So there's two ways I can approach this. One is I talk to you as if you know the Nolan Batman. You know, the rough, the scheming, the evil, always has a plan, pretends he doesn't have a plan. That kind of genius Joker, terrorist Joker, has an ideal that's horrifying. This guy has no fucking ideals. And honestly, I wish he did. That's not something I felt in the first one, but something I definitely felt here. And I could also approach this as you're someone that loved the first one, right? Where he's this ultra depressive guy, down in his luck, just finds it within himself to take out some of his rage on the world. That's not in here. Not at all. This guy is, they kind of remove all of that, and they give him a I want to be loved arc. Wait, what did I title this video again? Right. I'm supposed to tell you that Joker 2 is not that bad, right? You've been on the internet, you've seen all the thumbnails. Joker 2 is horrible. Joker 2 is awful. It's the worst piece of dog shit. Joker 2 killed my fucking mom. Maybe that last one was just in my head. Joker 2, Folie à Deux, which is an atrocious name, by the way. Screams pretentious asshole. But Joker is not a great movie. It's not even a good movie. But it's not horrible. I had fun with it. See, I saw it, and the movie, it has its moments. It has moments where you like really get interested, right? Where you get really involved in the story. When they focus on his pain and what he's going through. I found myself really invested in that. So, there are some moments of that. The movie, it is a musical. Let me say this. I'm not a guy that likes musicals.
Thirdly, I'm a guy that fucking hates musicals. They're terrible. They're all fucking terrible.
It says, when was Joker a musical?
Dude says Joker 2. It's insane.
Fuck.
But did you see Aladdin, the live action one?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
I see why you drink.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
you are another reason for that, but yeah, that was also a reason, yeah.
Fuck, right. I forgot about that. But Aladdin is one of those musicals that something happens, you get moderately interested in the plot, as interested as you can be in
Yeah.
a live action Disney movie these days. And then when something's about to happen, everything stops and they break out into song. You have to wait till the fucking song is over so you can get going with the fucking narrative. It's so jarring. Like there was a fucking scene where the princess was just dying in a fucking hourglass, and then she like, looked at us, looked at the camera, and then started fucking singing. It's insane. They're all deranged.
And the musicals, sometimes they really work. There are moments or songs where the musicals just fucking pop and you get what they're trying to say with the musical number. The musical number tells a sort of story, or it helps tell the story. There are other times where they're talking and someone just breaks out into song and you think, what the fuck is going on? Because so much of the musical is so absurd, which is kind of hilarious in a way. That's the thing. This movie is hilarious at times, and it goes with this atrociously depressing vibe and then flips it, does a 180 in mid-scenes where it becomes a comedy, which I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. I have no idea if that was intentional. On one hand, you could say that, well, yeah, that's what they were going for, just to bring some levity into this atrocious situation, or like try to get you to feel that whole nihilistic comedy that this fucking sucks, this is awful, everything's worthless, let's fucking laugh at it. You could argue that. Or you could argue that the guy, Todd Phillips, is an inexperienced guy for making musicals. He's never done a musical before. And therefore he was trying his best, and just, it's so bad that it's funny. Because that's kind of the vibe that I got from some of these musicals. This is so bad that it's funny. Some of them, it's like, this is so absurd that it's funny. And some of them are actually really good. But then the key here is, it's either funny or it's interesting. Okay. Now we've gotten to that point where I'm gonna talk a bit spoilery, alright? So this is your warning. Alright, spoilers. 3, 2, 1. That's the, okay. So, this movie has some scenes that are abhorrently unnecessary. Like, look at this guy, huh? Cool, scheming, evil. What do we want to see? We want to see him awkwardly have sex with Harley Quinn. Hell yeah!
Oh, spoiler talk. You ready?
Yes, sir. Just keep in mind I'm on stream, but I do have 0 viewers, so yeah, you're fine. Go ahead.
All right, very cool. There are scenes in this movie that are so bafflingly stupid. It's like insane. Look. Let me just give you an example. Mm-hmm. There's a scene in this movie where Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga, gets into or sneaks into Arthur or Joker's cell, right? Mm-hmm. And they do some sappy talk, and then they get down to business, and we get this slow, awkward scene of him trying to stick into his into her vagina and keeps like missing, not really finding it.
Bro.
And then eventually he gets in, and it's just like 5 pumps, and then he's done. I don't know why that's in the movie.
No! That was insane! It was an insane scene! Like, oh, is it in yet? Oh, can you help me? It's fucking insane! Who wanted to see that? I didn't want to see that. I will admit though, that got me to laugh in the theater, or that got me to really laugh, because it's like, it's so unnecessary that it's funny. But if you want to make a really good movie, I feel like you can like pick and choose some scenes. Movie would be really short, but there is a really good movie in there. And you can also do the opposite. You can pick and choose some scenes and make this a comedy. And you can pick and choose some scenes and this would just be an awful movie. But yeah, so the sex scene with him and Harley Quinn is just completely unnecessary and an insane choice to put in. But to my point of this having some good narrative or good scenes, I really liked what they did with the whole dynamic between Joker and Harley Quinn. It was weird and it was different, but it felt realistic. It felt real in a way. The fact that this Joker, if you can call him that, let's call him Arthur. Arthur, he wants to be loved. That's all he wants. He wants connection. And he thinks he's found that. For real this time. This time it's not just something he's cocked up in his head like the first movie. Dear God, that first movie. But he's actually found someone. Now, of course, if you've seen the movie, you would know that something that they found was not real either. He got completely betrayed because she was in love with the idea of the Joker, but had no care for the person Arthur. And I found that very interesting. And I found that very realistic in a way. Because who falls in love with a mad serial killer? People who are in love with the fantasy of said serial killer. So I really like the narrative, actually. So there's some good, there's some bad, there's some fun. But in all seriousness, there is a point that I need to discuss with you. See, I feel like people have, in their quest for sensationalism and in their quest for clicks, YouTube in particular has forgotten the idea of mediocrity. That something doesn't have to be the best thing that's ever happened to the world, but it also doesn't have to be the worst thing that's ever happened to the world. Joker 2 did not kill your mom. Joker 2 is not God. Joker 2 is a movie, like any other movie. And it's not great, but it's also not atrocious. So I feel like if you have an open mind, you should go see it. Because I had fun with it. I had fun at the theaters watching this movie. And that's the key takeaway that I want you to have. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. It's, Alright.